2026 FBAR warning, the $16,000+ penalty most people don't even know about. If you have a bank account outside the United States, even one you opened years ago and barely use, the IRS may already know about it. Because of FATCA and international reporting requirements, foreign banks are already reporting account information tied to U.S. taxpayers. And if you haven't filed the right form, you could be looking at a penalty of over $16,000. This is like very, very real. Most people who get hit with this penalty are not tax cheats. They're not hiding money in the Cayman Islands. They're regular Americans, expats, dual citizens, people with a savings account in another country who simply didn't know the rules. Today, I'm going to show you exactly what the rule is, who it applies to, and what happens if you ignore it. Just stay with me. I'm tax attorney Chad Silver, founder of Silver Tax Group. We focus exclusively on tax law, and international reporting and FBAR defense are a major part of what we do. If you're dealing with unfiled FBARs or offshore compliance issues, visit silvertaxgroup.com or call 855-900-1040. We help taxpayers come into compliance, submit the required filings, and defend them if necessary. Quick self-assessment. Before we go further, let's do a quick test here. There's 3 key questions. Number 1, do you have a foreign bank account, investment account, or pension, even a small one? Number 2, did the total value of your foreign accounts ever exceed $10,000 in the past year, even for one single day? And number 3, have you been filing an FBAR every year? If you answered yes, yes, and no, this video could save you from a real-life altering financial penalty, so keep watching. Part 1, what is FBAR? FBAR stands for Foreign Bank Account Report. The official name is FinCEN Form 114. And this is not a tax form. It goes to the Financial Crimes Enforcement Network, not the IRS, but the IRS does enforce it. And here's the part almost everyone gets wrong. The rule is simple. If you're a U.S. person, citizen, green card holder, or resident, and your foreign financial accounts together exceeded $10,000 at any point during the year at all, that's any point, you must file an FBAR. Not $10,000 per account, $10,000 total across all accounts, even for one single day. The deadline for the filing is April 15th with an automatic extension to October 15th. Who must file? Now, here's where people get tripped up. This isn't just about your personal bank account. Let's say your elderly mother lives abroad and you have power of attorney over her account. You now have signing authority. You must file an FBAR. Let's say you're the treasurer of a small organization that holds funds in a foreign bank. You must file an FBAR. Let's say your company opened a business account overseas and you're listed as an authorized signatory. You must file an FBAR. Signing authority is enough. You don't have to own the money. You just have to have control over it. This catches a ton of people completely off guard. Part 2, the penalties. Let's talk about the number that should get your attention here, the non-willful penalty. And this means you didn't know, you made a mistake, you forgot. This amount is adjusted for inflation to over $16,000 per FBAR form. That's per form, per year of non-filing. Miss 3 years, you're looking at roughly $50,000 in exposure before we even are talking about interest. Now, let's talk about willful violations. Willful means you knew about the requirement or the IRS believes you should have known and did not comply. That penalty is the greater of over $165,000 or half, that's 50% of your account balance per year. We recently spoke with a client who had about $120,000 in a foreign account, completely legitimate, inherited the funds. They had no idea about FBAR. That's 3 years of non-filing on paper. That's nearly $50,000 in potential exposure. And this is how quickly this thing escalates. It gets out of hand so fast. Critical legal update, willfulness. Here's the most important update I need you to hear. Courts are increasingly allowing the IRS to argue that recklessness can satisfy willfulness. Huh? Okay. What does that mean? In other words, you don't need a smoking gun. If the IRS can show that you ignored obvious warning signs or failed to ask basic questions you should have asked, they may try to classify your conduct as willful. And once something is classified as willful, you're in a world of shit. You're in that 165,000 or 50% penalty framework. That is a significant shift in how these cases are being evaluated. If this sounds like your situation, don't wait. Call us after the video. The earlier you act, the more options you have. At Silver Tax Group, we handle these FBAR cases every day. We sleep, eat, and breathe them. Part 3, how to fix it before it's too late. Well, here's the good news. If you have unfiled FBARs and the IRS hasn't contacted you yet, you have real good options. There's real structured programs designed for this exact situation. The IRS created the Streamlined filing compliance procedures just for you. And there's 2 versions. There's the Streamlined domestic offshore procedure for US residents, and the other program is the Streamlined foreign offshore procedure for Americans living abroad. And living abroad means you lived outside the United States for 330 days of the year. If you qualify for the foreign version, your penalty can be as low as 0. If you qualify for the domestic version, you pay a 5% miscellaneous offshore penalty on your highest account balance. So on a $200,000 account, that's $10,000, compared to a potential penalty of $165,000 or more. But here's the key. Once the IRS contacts you, you're screwed. You don't get to choose the program anymore. They get to choose it for you, and you do not want that. And in many cases, those favorable options are off the table altogether. The window closes the moment they start knocking or send you a letter. I want to be direct with you. Every year you wait is another year of potential penalties. Another year the IRS has to find you before you find them. And enforcement around foreign accounts is not getting any lighter. It's getting more sophisticated. The IRS is incorporating AI. They have tools to snuff out the accounts. It's just not a time to screw around with this at all. And this is the best time to get into compliance. If you have foreign accounts, you're not sure whether you've been compliant, come talk to us at Silver Tax Group. There's no judgment, just solutions. And guess what? We have an attorney-client privilege relationship. So what you tell me is confidential by law to the grave. Visit silvertaxgroup.com or call our office at 855-900-1040 for a confidential attorney-client privilege consultation. We'll review your situation and tell you exactly where you stand. FBAR compliance, offshore reporting, IRS defense, that's what we do. Thanks for watching. If this video helped you, please share it with someone who has a foreign account. They may not know any of this. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel. If you have questions, drop them in the comments. I read them and I respond. I'll be sharing more practical updates to help you stay compliant, protect your money, and avoid costly problems with the IRS and FinCEN.